The beautiful and brilliant river city gathers the prosperity of both sides of the Yangtze River. This video will give Zenghouyi Chime music performance. Enjoy the magnificent landscape of Yangtze River, the beauty of Wuhan's modernization. Enjoy the majestic Yangtze River Bridge, and marvel at the bravery of the fearless Yangtze River swimmers.
大家上午好，欢迎您参观并欣赏曾侯乙编钟复制件的演奏。曾侯乙部出土了包括钟、磬、琴、瑟、鼓、笙在内的9种，共125件乐器。其中，曾侯乙编钟共65件，重达5吨，是世界上迄今为止体量最大、结构最为复杂、制作最为精湛的一套青铜编钟。它代表了公元前5世纪人类音乐成就的最高水平，性能优良，能演奏古琴之外的各种乐器。下面就让我们与您一同感受它的魅力。首先，请欣赏8音和鸣楚调，这首乐器表现了楚国音乐的优美、典雅以及恢宏的气势。
And prosperous river city, Wuhan, beautiful and prosperous river city, seems to be a bright pearl shining brightly on the map of China, standing in the middle of Hubei province and between the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River. She embraces Debi Mountain with a touching gesture, leans on Tianmu Mountain, connects Jiangnan Plain to the south, and connects Tangshan Reservoir to the north. As a world-famous industrial base, and shipping center and national science education culture center, Wuhan is one of the most populous cities where countless wisdom and light gather. In the long river of history, Wuhan has left a strong and colorful pen. It was once one of the top 10 ancient capitals in Chinese history, bringing together many famous and talented people. On this fertile land of the great culture of the Chinese nation is nurtured, allowing people to appreciate the unique charm of Wuhan. Traditional cultures such as primary school, core books, and Wuzi Yanlan blossom here, inheriting the ancient and solemn cultural heritage. Today's Wuhan has broken the cocoon into a butterfly glowing with the glory of a modern city. Wuhan, an industrial city in the core of inland shipping, is like a huge machine that continuously generates prosperity and vitality. Located in the heart of the Yangtze River Delta, is the core city of the Yangtze River Delta economic circle, providing solid support for China's industrial manufacturing and scientific technological innovation. Wuhan is the birthplace of China's hardware industry, where many well-known enterprises at home and abroad were born. In the field of software, Wuhan has also emerged, and a large number of high-tech enterprises have emerged. Industrial zones spread throughout all districts of the city, forming industrial bases processing and manufacturing, equipment manufacturing, tourism, construction, service industry, and many other industrial clusters. Wuhan is famous for its products in more than 130 countries and regions around the world. As one of the core cities of China's One Belt, One Road strategy, Wuhan shines with an aura of a land shipping center.
Chime 是我国古老的吹奏乐器，距今已有7000多年的历史。它的音色悲凉而凄婉，具有极强的表现力。请欣赏虚音鼓乐队合奏舞曲《屈原问渡》。
Inland Airport Distribution Center, Highway Distribution Center. It is not only a major industrial town, but also a national cultural and educational tourism city integrating universities, scientific research, culture, tourism, and exhibition. It has nurtured many high-level universities such as Wuhan University, Tangshan University of Science and Technology, Wuhan University of Technology, Xiong'an University of Economics and Law, and cultivated generation after generation of outstanding talents. Wuhan, with pleasant water travel resources, she is a tourist resort in China, is a well-known tourist mecca. There are more than 45 A-level tourist scenic spots, more than 124 A-level tourist scenic spots. is like a huge treasure house full of breathtaking landscapes and beautiful legends. As one of the ancient architectural heritages, the Yellow Crane Tower represents the glory of ancient Chinese civilization and attracts tourists from all over the world. East Lake Cherry Blossom Lake and Aosong Garden show a romantic side of Wuhan, become the most beautiful memory in people's hearts. The world-famous Yangtze River Bridge, Gaiwan Temple, Lulin Heaven Palace, and other representative attractions are also a highlight of Wuhan tourism. In recent years, Wuhan's tourism industry has developed vigorously, with representative projects such as Wuhan Yangtze River Bridge, East Lake Scenic Area, Gaiwan Temple and Wuhan Heavenly Palace as the core. Complete and diversified urban tourism system has been built. People can enjoy leisure vacation, sightseeing, conference and exhibition, business, shopping, food and wine, sports and fitness and tourism activities here. Wuhan, like a budding flower, is blooming brightly in the long river of history. A prosperity, beauty, poetic light let people be awed. Both visitors from all over the world and residents who have a deep affection for the city add to the gorgeous color of the city. Wuhan waiting for your visit. Savor her unique charm. The second chapter, Wuhan people's feelings of the Yangtze River here, along the long line, Wuhan people's feelings of the Yangtze River, Wuhan because of the Yangtze River, but also because of the Yangtze River name. Wuhan people's love for the Yangtze River, lingering on the ferry to Hankou, woven in the flying kite beside the river beach. The Yangtze River not only exists in the memory of every Wuhan people, but also engraved in their hearts. Great changes have taken place, and the feelings of Wuhan people and the Yangtze River remain unchanged. The Yangtze River has nourished the history and culture of Wuhan, shaped the urban pattern of Wuhan, and nurtured Wuhan people who dared to lead the way. In the 1970s and 80s of the last century, the shipping of Wuhan Wharf was prosperous, whether it was the flow of ships on both sides of the strait, or merchants of the past would berth at the shore pier. At the time, Wuhan was not as crowded with tall buildings as it is now, but on the bank of the river bustling and lively. Everyone is like this fast river, publicity and yet gentle. People come and go here to continue to write Wuhan's unique story.
对啊，我家里没人了，可能买不了。我叫个朋友送过来的。
是古代的一种民歌，它发源于我国西南地区，而后广为流传。接下来，请欣赏由编钟、编磬合作谱曲《竹枝词》。这首乐曲表现了古代劳动人民对美好生活的向往。
The Yangtze River. Today the dock culture is gradually disappearing. My friends in Wuhan said that although it is difficult for our generation to deeply feel the feelings of our parents on the dock culture, they have grown up by the Yangtze River and have more or less difficult emotions to give up the Yangtze River. The sea has changed greatly, but the feelings of Wuhan people for the Yangtze River have never changed. Along the river, dream of Wuhan people. I live at the head of the Yangtze River, you live at the end of the Yangtze River. Every day I think that you do not see you, and drink the Yangtze River water together, observing the river near the shore, watching the hundreds of thousands of boats competing with each other, listening to the water lapping on the shore. How easy and comfortable this feeling is. The vast and winding Yangtze River not only gives people a touch of tenderness, but also weaves a peaceful Yangtze River dream. In the dream, there is no noise of the city, only rolling river, and those stories related to the Yangtze River. The Yangtze River guides great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation, and carries the dreams and expectations of Wuhan people. Today the two sides are increasingly prosperous, and the river is still watching the changes and development of the city with its unique posture. As one of the three megacities in Yangtze River economic belt, Wuhan has worked hard to meet the challenge. To help Wuhan move forward across the river, develop together with the three towns, and drive with the heart of Yangtze River civilization is the mission of every Wuhan people, but also their desire for future. Together light up the river city, lead the development, and the Yangtze River rhythm, with the same frequency causing the world's attention. The Yangtze River gives Wuhan not only the three towns on both sides of the river, but also the soul of culture with a long history, inspiring Wuhan people and the river city to prosper and develop together. Today, the area along The Yangtze River in Wuhan is actively promoting the development of the Yangtze River economic belt with a vigorous attitude.
将乐曲分为8类，即金、石、土、革、硼、竹、丝、木，清为8中的10类乐器，其欣赏庆独奏流水。这首乐曲表现了高山流水的自然风光。
Chapter 3 Ecology of the Yangtze River. The Wuhan section of the Yangtze River is like a blood, flowing with vitality. The surging river gives the city endless strength and hope. The Yangtze River hides many unique and precious creatures, among which the most striking is the finless porpoise. For centuries, finless porpoises have been the masters of the Yangtze River, quietly guarding the land and witnessing the changes of the years. Nowadays, the fate of the finless porpoise is precarious, and the number of them is scarce, which makes people's attention to them more urgent. The finless porpoise is unique to China and the only freshwater cetacean in the Yangtze River, and is a national first-class protected animal. They are only distributed in the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River and Dongting Lake and Poen Lake. However, due to water pollution, habitat destruction, and the fact that its population has been very limited, and its status is critically endangered. According to the results of 2017 scientific survey, population of the finless porpoise is only about 1012. However, observations and scientific research in recent years have given people a glimmer of hope. Finless porpoises were seen fishing in the Jingpu section of the Yangtze River on March the 23rd and near Tunku Yangtze River Bridge on April the 21st. This means that the activity area of the finless porpoise in Wuhan is expanding, and it is more and more closely intertwined with human life. In the Han section of the Yangtze River, there are hidden underwater detectors for the protection of finless porpoise, which are located at the Wuhan Yangtze River Bridge, the Zhuoshu Yangtze River Bridge, and the intersection of the Yangtze River and the Han River, etc., which can collect the underwater activity data of finless porpoise for a long time to facilitate observation and research of scientific researchers. These efforts undoubtedly provide strong support for the conservation of the finless porpoise, and also let people see the hope of future of the finless porpoise. Wuhan people have a deep love and concern for the finless porpoise, and this relationship has long been deeply integrated into the blood of the city, whether it is Impression City in Qingshan, Wuhan International Plaza in Hankou, or watching soon to open Wushang Dream Era. There are lifelike finless porpoises at the door. Today, this year, a new three-dimensional flower bed of finless porpoises trimmed out of plants has been added outside the East Lake Laiwan Square, attracting countless tourists to come and punch a card as a souvenir. These artworks and sculptures representing the image of the finless porpoise have become the sustains of the hearts of Wuhan people, and have also witnessed a deep emotional bond between the city and the finless porpoise. However, the finless porpoise is not the only ecological wonder of the Yangtze River. Every winter, hundreds of thousands of migratory birds fly to Wuhan to spend the winter, and they are the most beautiful scenery of the city. On the surface of East Lake, you may come across an extremely rare blue-headed duck, for which there are only more than 1/500 in the world, and the main breeding habitat is in Wuhan. These migratory birds seek shelter in Wuhan in winter, demonstrating the excellence of Wuhan's ecological environment. In addition, in the Wuhan Zoo, there is a raccoon dog named Ha-Ha. It was rescued and became the face of the zoo by countless visitors' love and attention. On the campus, university, there is a little fox, which once triggered the attention and discussion of the whole city on social networks. There is also the wild boar in Wuhan University of Science and Technology, which has become a campus legend in the hearts of students. These small animals have entered the life of Wuhan people in various ways, lighting the light of life in the city. When more and more animals come to the nature around us, Wuhan people also know more and more how to live in harmony with them. They began to study animal habits in depth and strive to protect the ecological environment so that every living thing on this land can live and work happily. The ecological beauty of the Yangtze River is the common aspiration, expectation of Wuhan people, and they are willing to protect this beautiful piece with their own actions. Wuhan, with its rushing rivers and quiet green mountains, welcomes the birth, existence of every life. The Yangtze River is the testimony of Wuhan people's life and habitat of their souls. Over time, the city will create a beautiful ecological picture with finless porpoises, migratory birds and other animals, leaving a strong footprint between heaven and earth.
此舞展现楚人长袖细腰3道弯的舞风。
Chapter 4, Living in Wuhan Yangtze River. Wuhan in Hubei province is a real river city. According to the remote sensing satellite survey of National Geographic magazine, Wuhan is the largest urban area in China. The wide urban area of Wuhan stems from its unique geographical conditions. Wuhan is divided by the Yangtze River and the Han River into 3 cities, Wuchang, Hankou and Hanyang, which are collectively known as Wuhan. Therefore, if you want to talk about the feelings of the Yangtze River, the story of the Yangtze River, Wuhan people are undoubtedly the most safe. The river is the essence of Wuhan. The beautiful waters of the city, mountains of half a city are the most true portrayal of Wuhan. In the past, the Yangtze River was the center of Wuhan people's life. One of the oldest is the dock culture in Wuhan. Having lived on the banks of the Yangtze River, Wuhan people are most familiar with the sound of a ship's whistle on the dock. The hustle and bustle of laborers were hard at work on the docks because of the water, because of the river and lost. The city's prosperity always surrounds the Yangtze River. Scholars from the Yellow Crane Tower and then to the small people in the Hubei Valley busy figure. It is the moisture of the Yangtze River that nurtures Wuhan and gives birth to a unique urban culture. culture of Wuhan people. My friend lives in the Nanhua shipyard in Wuchang, and I will recount his words in the first person, so most of my memories of the Yangtze River happened on the banks of the Wuchang River. When I was young, the adults liked to lay a bamboo bed under the bridge and shake a fan by the mat to spend the whole summer. We children played with toys, and sometimes we could see a train passing overhead. After growing up, it seems that the distance from the Yangtze River is getting farther and farther. Occasionally we take a ferry and can cross from one side of the river to the other in just a few minutes. Because of the flow of the river, those ships that have not yet set sail seem to have been moving forward, giving people a very strange feeling.
接下来，请欣赏清朗秀丽的广东民谣《彩云追月》。
Memory of the Yangtze River, and the emotion of the riverbank is not as good as the previous generation. The first generation of people working on the river, eating on the river, living on the river, sick on the river, their parents are also buried on the river, have a special affection for the Yangtze River. It is said those people often drink the Yangtze River water mixed with alum. They often have rheumatism in old age, which may be the unique mark of the Yangtze River at that time. Nowadays many people have moved inland because of various reasons. The Yangtze River has long left them, and getting close to the Yangtze River has become a very rare thing. However, the old Wuhan people's feelings for the Yangtze River have never changed, but have become stronger with the passage of time. At present, the Wuchang River bank has been developed. The main axis of the Yangtze River will become the core area of a world-class city. The heart of Yangtze River civilization is revitalizing the old city while protecting the old buildings through the renovation of historical blocks. The 8-shop street embankment in Wuchang district will be built into a U-boat culture exhibition area. All of this will benefit the Wuchang River bank.
曾侯乙编钟出土时，音乐性能仍然很好，古今中外的乐曲都可以演奏。最后，请欣赏钟磬合奏《友谊地久天长》。
Chapter 5. Wuhan Yangtze River in the eyes of ordinary people. The excavation of Wuhan city also shows the charm of this city to the whole country and even the world. In the eyes of ordinary people, the Wuhan Yangtze River is a mighty mother river, which runs through the city of Wuhan and brings prosperity and vitality to the land. The Yangtze River has its own rhythm, its waves, lapping on the shore making a pleasant sound. Every night the water, the Yangtze River, reflects the brightly lit urban area like a beautiful picture which makes people intoxicated. Let's listen to the Wuhan Yangtze River in the eyes of ordinary people. Passerby Shakaijin said with emotion, "I am from Wuhan and I am proud to have grown up in this beautiful place. Every time I return to this native land, I can feel the warmth and fullness of the Yangtze River. It is the pride of our Wuhan people and the destination of our hearts. The Yangtze River is the pride of Wuhan people. It carries the vicissitudes of history and people's memories, whether in the period of rising water or low water. The Yangtze River is flowing silently, witnessing changes of cities and people's lives. Yangtze River, you are our mother river, our reliance, shelter. You give us endless strength and courage to sail smoothly in the long river of life. Our hearts are connected to you, and we will never forget your presence. Yangtze River, you are a poem in my life, a melody, forever fixed in a moment between the years. Let us watch the river, together feel with the heart, write with ink, and pass on this beauty."
我们也深到此结束，感谢您的光临。
如果你喜欢我的作品，请您点赞、关注或转发。你也可以收藏，下次再看。你还可以通过打赏或是订阅我账号的方式来支持我哦。